Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Book of Life Show. Last time we spoke about believing in yourself. Today's topic is about life after divorce. With my guest, Farah Cynthia, we're going to be asking questions about how does divorce affect children? How does divorce affect even the parents after that, the family? You know, even the views on every parents in the world that's going to divorce, the effect that they have on kids, it's really big. I'll see you soon to talk about it more. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Farah Cynthia. How you doing today?
I'm good, you?
Good. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a 23-year-old student at Adolescence.
Okay.
I'm taking early childhood education,
Very good.
and I love it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Education is good. Before we get to the questions about life after divorce, I'm going to read a poem to my viewers, and you can tell me what you think about it after. Although your parents' marriage didn't make it, don't feel hopeless. For both sides will always be tough, but be the driver to help them carry on. Life after divorce can be hard for anyone, but make sure to open your eyes and be aware that you need to sacrifice before marrying the one. What do you think about it?
It's really deep, but it's true. You're supposed to support your family no matter what, either way.
Exactly.
And like you said in your poem, you should always be there for your family no matter what.
Okay.
And just be there 100%. Support, moral support, financial, whatever you can do.
That's good. And like I said, today's topic is life after divorce, and it's a difficult topic, and I appreciate you coming along to answer my questions. What's your thoughts on marriage and divorce?
Marriage, I would want to get married. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
When two person get together and they perfect their love in front of everybody. That's nice. Divorce is ugly. It's never pretty. It will never be pretty. Even if it's done in a good way, it's never a beautiful thing. I don't wish it on anybody. It's hard for the parents and the kids that's involved.
Okay. And I know your parents had a divorce,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
How was it when they were filing for divorce? Yeah, when you felt and you saw it, why they're going through divorce right now, or they're about to do it. Sorry.
Yes, at first they got separated, and obviously you knew the love wasn't there anymore. You could tell it was going to happen. It just took too long to happen, but it eventually happened. And
Yeah, sorry. How was it you said you saw it happening. How was the physical
there was no love.
Okay.
You can tell between them. They were talking like they were not enemies. I wouldn't say enemies because it's a harder word, but more like they were just two people living in the same house.
Okay.
And that was it. It was really cold between them. We didn't feel no love as the kids, me and my brothers, and but that's how it was. It was really hard, but we went through it. And we're good now.
Okay, that's very good. And did you address your parents about how the divorce affected you and your brothers? Did you talk to them about that?
At first, no, to be honest. I was 17 when it happened.
Okay.
And I was just focusing I was in high school, so I was just focusing on finishing high school and then going to whatever college or university I wanted to go into.
Okay.
But later on, I did. I approached my mom about it,
Okay.
and I told her how I felt and how is she about it, and to see where can we go from there. And obviously things were different because you were living with your two parents and now you're living with one.
Exactly.
So do I go sleep over at my dad's house, or do I do one weekend here and the other weekend at my dad's? And obviously that was never, at first when I was a little kid, I always wanted my parents to be divorced because I had a little friend that her parents were divorced and she would have 2 rooms, 2 beds, and one weekend at one house and the other weekend at the other. And then I grew up and I was like, no, that's not the life I want. I want to live in one house with my 2 parents.
Exactly.
But now, and then I grew up and then that's not the life. Nobody wants that life for their kids.
That's a very good answer.
Yeah.
I know like I said, it's a difficult topic, and we appreciate that. And so, personally, what do you think the ups and downs about parents after the divorce? When you find out your dad lives there now, you live with your mom. What's the up and down both sides?
Well, now you have to talk to your kids, and then it's just that you would have to take one side. It's like like my dad thought I took my mom's side and then not his side. So, but there's no side to choose. You love both your parents, and your mom's always going to be your mom, and your dad's always going to be your dad, no matter what. So there's there's no ups in divorce.
Okay.
It's always down.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
just live through it.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting you, but we'll be right back with Life After Divorce with Adolescence.
Would you like to promote a social event, a music album, or a project in the Afro-Caribbean community? Even more, you just open a new business. It could be a drugstore or a barber shop, and you would like to attract more customers. The solution is quite simple. Buy an advertising space on Malaika TV and receive a bigger visibility in all the Afro-Caribbean community in Canada. For further information, please contact us on d.finance@malaikatv.com.
You are watching MalaikaTV.com, the first Afro-Caribbean web television in Canada. New shows, new content, and a new image. Watch Malaika TV and enjoy your time.
Welcome back to Logos Like Show, Cynthia, Life After Divorce. And before we left, we were talking about ups and downs, and you said there's no ups in divorce, and that's actually true, and I've witnessed that myself. And why do you say that? Like, what do you think there's a good side of divorce?
Because it all depends why the parents get divorced, first of all.
Okay.
There's always either the dad or the mom cheats, or like infidelity, or there's money issue, there's no love anymore, like there's always something. If both of them take the decision to actually, like, just because they have no love for each other anymore, I would say, like, try to remember what brought you guys together at first. Go back to the initial meeting that you guys had, what made you guys click in the first place. Just try to go back to that, and then from there you probably need to move on and try to reconcile, but that most times it never happens, but you never know. But
yeah, that's the stuff, right? And that's a good point you said, to go back to the first time you met. That's when I think the true love you guys have.
Exactly.
And then if you could get that back, that's great, but usually it doesn't.
Can't, no.
And did your parents' relationship and divorce had an effect on your personal relationships? It could be boyfriend or girlfriends.
Well, I always said I would want my future husband to be like my two brothers.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because my older brother, he's a good provider. He's a good father to his kid. He's a loving husband.
That's true.
And if you look at my little brother, he's funny, he's sensitive, he likes to turn into a bad situation into a good situation just by making you laugh, and remember to always smile. There's always going to be downs in your life, but then you always have to make the best out of it.
Okay.
So that's how I would want to have my husband or my boyfriend to be.
Okay.
To be like that.
Okay. And then, but the divorce had an effect on your personal relationships, on you.
Trust issues.
Trust issues.
Well, at first yes, but I won't say I would have to always look at guys they're all cheaters or whatever. I always give them the benefit of the doubt, and then obviously your true colors are gonna come out. Obviously, in the first couple times you guys meet a guy or you meet a girl, it's all pink and rosy, but then the true color of the person comes out eventually. So.
Okay, that's good. Let's say for an example, you in a relationship, right? And then you forget about yourself when you guys got more serious. Let's say you used to go to the gym, you used to hang out with the boys, and let's say for you used to hang out with the girls, you used to go to the gym, and you meet that person, and then for 8 months, you forget about yourself because you're so focused on oh my God, that person. You think that's good to get in a relationship and then eventually, get married? Do you think that's good to forget about yourself?
No, but you're saying I would never do that, first of all.
That's good. No, I'm just asking you.
Because I did that in the past and I learned from it, so I would never do it again. But no, I don't think it's a good thing. You should never forget about yourself.
Okay.
You should always, if you still had, like, let's say every Friday you chill with your girls, continue chilling with your girls every Friday. If you did something with your family one time in the week, then continue doing that. That person should not replace whatever they had, because you had your friends before. Your family is always going to be your family. So that person, yes, eventually it will get serious. Eventually that person's going to have that time of the week that you can chill with. But I would never forget myself.
That's good. And the reason why I asked that, because I've noticed in a lot of divorce, usually, it's because one of the couple cheated, right?
Mhm.
And I'm always saying, like, you never forget about your old self, because that's why the person loved you the first time.
Exactly.
And I love the answer, because that's why never forget about yourself. So therefore, you could, keep that person, and hopefully you don't cheat.
Exactly.
We'll be right back and with another subject. With another question about life after divorce.
Hey guys, welcome to the second season of Maven Chronicles. I am your host, Grace Mayenin. Make sure you catch me every Wednesday on the Maleka TV network. I am talking to your local favorites about business and your story, so make sure you tune in and watch and see what the network is all about.
This show is brought to you by our official sponsor. For more information, visit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Luco's Light Show again, Life After Divorce with Farah Cynthia. And we're talking about, the most cause of divorce is cheating. Now, what do you think people should do more to avoid going to relationship, marriage, and divorce? Like, what's the secret you would like to give them as a 23-year-old student?
You're putting me on the spot.
Oh, I have to.
I haven't had enough experience to tell you what to do.
And then that's the best thing about it. I think like a young person telling an older person how it is to love, it's great.
Yes. But like I said, remember why you guys fell in love in the first place. That's what you should go back to. Always remember the initial conversation, the initial moment that you guys met, and then you guys felt like there was a connection between you guys. That's what I would say before you get into even thinking about separation, because nowadays you have to get separated for a year and then file for divorce. So even society now wants you to give it another try. So they give you 1 year to be separated and then file for divorce. So they want they want couples to stay together if you got married. Marriage it's not a joke. It's not just a paper that you sign. To me, I find, I'm Christian, so I always refer to the Bible and to God. So if God created marriage, He didn't create it for no reason. Exactly. So God put marriage in, for us to reproduce. So you shouldn't take marriage as a joke. If you're not ready, then you're not ready. Don't get married just because society wants you, or just because you're peer pressured. You have to want to get married because you want to get married and because you really truly love that person.
Very good answer. Very good answer. See, you had it. It's true, because personally I think before you get married, it's good to get counseling.
Yes.
I think that's a very good thing. That's another thing I'd like to add on your answer. And for the last question.
Yes. And
your parents are divorced, obviously, and I'm sure you have friends, you have mentioned it, that their parents divorced.
Yes.
What's the message to the parents that's going through a divorce or that have divorced, and then the effects on children is very high, and the emotionally disturbed,
yes.
in school the grades going low? What's your advice on the parents, what they have to do?
Think about the kids.
Okay.
Think about them, how it's going to affect them emotionally, physically. They're part of it too, even if it's not because of them that you're getting divorced, but they feel like it's because of them. Okay. So the kids they're really important. So okay. Think about them before you take any decision. Counseling helps. So you can take counseling classes, anything, it will help. So okay. Kids are most important in this.
Wow. Thank you very much again, Farah. And this has been another episode of Lucas Light Show Experiences, Life After Divorce. Parents, think about your kids. Love each other. See you next time.